Back into the spot, weekly spot.
And I just wanted to confirm that you agree with me. Daisy, are you ready?
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So it's 5 o'clock. I guess we're going to start this webinar session. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tadeo from the Learning Innovation Hub. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar on digital learning. So for today, we're going to discuss what are the things or what are the ways on how we could leverage online learning. So with me is my good friend, Alfa. Alfa, please introduce yourself.
Hey, good morning. Oh, sorry, good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everyone. It's almost nighttime here in the Philippines. I'm very excited to be back on the spot. Excited to be partnering with my friend Ray of the Learning Innovation Hub. I'm Alfa. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ProSpark. ProSpark is an e-learning company here in the Philippines to train, reskill, and upskill the workforce. We have a learning management system that allows companies and SMEs, enterprises to train their employees anywhere at any time. So excited to talk a little bit more about the state of e-learning in the Philippines, what we see in the market, and what exactly and what exactly is e-learning or online learning, right? And what exactly are some of the technologies that exist in the market. So I think this is going to be a great discussion. We want to make this very interactive. So please, audience, type any questions you have about LMS, e-learning, and we'll show you a little bit about what is an online learning platform about for you all to have a sense and idea of what it is, right? So we're excited to be here in the Philippines and excited to contribute to the whole, upskilling and reskilling of the workforce in the Philippines. Thank you very much. Excited to be back on the spot.
Okay, thank you, Alpha. So for this afternoon, we're going to discuss leveraging learning technologies for effective trainings. So I guess this is will be the first part of learning technology that we're going to discuss. So for this afternoon, we're going to start with LMS. Of course, if you don't have any LMS, it's hard for you to conduct asynchronous training program. But if you have other platform, you can use that, but it's hard for you to do it. So next week, we're going to discuss how do you design or develop learning contents that we're going to put it in the LMS. But for today, we're going to discuss more about the learning management system and some of the things that we need to know in this online environment. So just to give you a big brief background why we have designed or developed the Spot program every Thursday at 5 to 6 or 6:30, because we know that there's a huge problem right now for us learning and development practitioners. From conducting face-to-face training, we shifted to digital learning. We're conducting training programs using Zoom, Google Meet, BlueJeans, Microsoft Teams, and other platforms. But the problem is, how do we engage our participants? How do we engage our trainees? Sometimes the problem lies in we don't know if people are really listening to our training programs. We cannot track those developments. So we come up with different training modalities such as blended learning. So blended learning, we use other materials to reinforce our learnings. So right now, before we start our session, let me ask the participants here. Maybe we can introduce each other because it's a small group. Maybe we can introduce each other and any expectations that you want us to talk about in this session. Okay, so maybe let's start with Jenny. Jenny, can you introduce yourself? Yeah, you can unmute your mic and just say something about your expectation in this talk. What are the things that you want to learn about learning management system or other digital tools in training? Okay, so maybe let's ask Jerry Maloloy on.
Ay, ako po ba?
Yeah. You can, just introduce yourself.
Yes, sorry po, medyo na late. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jerry. So, wala naman po akong masyado in-expect. I'm just here just to learn something from your Learning Innovation Hub PH. Thank you po.
Thank you. How about Jonaline? Do you have anything that you want to learn in this session?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Jonaline po, and I don't have any expectations yet.
Okay, thank you. How about Mary Joyce? Do you have anything that you want us to discuss in this session? Okay, so let's go to Patricia. Anything, Patricia? Something?
Hi.
Hi, Patricia.
Good afternoon. I'm Patricia Gabane. I'm from Toyota Motor Philippines. I'm actually part of the training and development team of our company. I'm a corporate trainer. So basically what I'm curious to know about for this session is like actually we just transitioned. We are slowly transitioning to a learning management system also. So I'm quite curious how to maximize LMS or what are the features of these elements so that we can, make the most out of it. So that's what I'm curious to know about.
Okay, maybe we're going to talk about features or how we can maximize LMS in our training or in learning. How about Marvin? Do you have anything that you want to share? Okay, I guess the audio of Marvin is muted. Okay, so right now, this afternoon, we're going to discuss more about LMS. So we've been using different types of LMS, right, Alpha? We have a lot of LMS in the market, such as we have Moodle. Moodle is the one that's it's very famous, the Moodle platform. We also have Google Classroom. We also have Thinkific as an LMS, and we also have ProSpark as an LMS. So maybe Alpha, I would like to ask you, how does ProSpark differ with different with the LMS that I've mentioned a while ago?
Okay, well, thank you very much, Park Ray, or Mr. Ray, for this kind question. I know I always get asked that question a lot with so many HR practitioners and learning and development directors here in the Philippines. I think the differentiation among different LMS is, typically most LMSs, they're into automating the way people train, right? So instead of only having classroom training, now you can, log into the online platform. You can assign users in a seamless way. But I think the differentiation you start to see is which technologies in the market are focusing on the key important areas which companies really care about. Number one, companies care about their people getting the skills and getting the competencies they need to do their day-to-day job, right? So among the technologies that exist in the market, how do you differentiate them by technologies that are focusing on learning outcomes, something around, for example, predictive learning, right? Which technologies out there really understand the users, user trends, how they're engaging with the platform, how they're engaging with their content, what are some of the key things they're learning on the platform, and what could they learn better, right? And how can they learn differently? So I think that's where the differentiation, becomes. And then number two, you also start to think about, I'm sure a company, for example, I think I heard about Toyota. Toyota is a huge global conglomerate, organization, right? With so many different locations and thousands of employees. So how do you make sure those employees are engaged when they log in and they're actually adapting to the needs and the new learning environment within the platform, right? So what else do you get besides taking a course, right? Okay, you got virtual learning, you get all these different things. So you start to think about social learning, right? The future of learning across many different entities definitely is going to be online, right? And you start to think about how do you see differentiation in these technologies? Social learning is, you think about discussion board, forums, chats, the idea of encouraging knowledge transfer, okay? We believe that a learning culture in a company is best suitable if people exchange information, if people think online, they start discussion forums about a training topic they took on an online learning platform. They can share, they can like. It's more like a Facebook kind of feel to make learning fun, to make learning open, and to make learning easy, okay? Those are some of the key things that we see are important and when it comes to investing in a good, well-trusted, and something that is sticky when it comes to learning management system. Then also, our solutions that makes easy are the ones which removes the headache from the HR directors or the L&D directors or the HR tech officer at the company, right? Most solutions out there, a company in the Philippines, you have to invest thousands of dollars a month in the talent who understand how the platform works. Maybe you want to build it in-house or you need to do an open source like Moodle. So those things takes time and money and effort to maintain, right? So I think our differentiation we see is the technologies that really keeps the HR director at peace, offers a turnkey solution, and most importantly, makes learning fun and easy are the best solutions in the market. If any solution that's not, when people log in the first time and it's difficult to navigate, guess what they're going to do, Ray, or anyone in the room? They will never log in again. Then your question is like, hey, every month, how many people have logged in? What is the adoption rate? 5%. My goodness, we're spending thousands of dollars a month on something that is no one is using. Then you start to have a lot of problems on the client side. So we believe that a solution that is built for the market, not built at the market, is the right solution, right? A solution that really is about the user, not just only the admin forcing students to take a course, right? As part of the culture of learning, like we need to have the HR director making people take courses. We believe that the long-term stickiness, the long-term adoption of a learning management system is when people are motivated to learn, right? And users are playing an active role to want to engage with the platform, requesting courses from the HR directors, sharing information with other participants. Those are the technologies that differentiate themselves within the Philippines market. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how best ProSpark is. I'm just going to speak in general.
Yeah. Basically, Alpha, I just want to share to the participants here in the room is just to give you some of the benefits of a learning management system. Because right now, people doesn't appreciate using technology while doing training. They still do their traditional Zoom meetings, and they still do their traditional Google Drives where they put their materials using those kind of platforms. But what we can see is because of this technology, things that are happening right now, we really need to organize the learning content in one location. When we conduct training programs like what we are doing, we really need to have one place to put every training materials in one direction and in one location, and people will just check this material. It's organized. It's not other thing around. And another thing that I can see, Alpha, and I want also to know what are the things that you want to say about this issue, is the rise of micro learning, the micro training. It's like you train at your own pace, because right now doing training, it's hard to do trainings right now. Some companies, what they do is they conduct trainings and they just record it and send it to the participants after, or the participants who hadn't attended it. But of course, the quality of the training is not that good. Before, when we conduct the normal classroom face-to-face training, we invite people to go in a certain classroom and we conduct trainings there. But right now, it cannot be done. So people are recording their training. So because of the rise of the micro training, so how does LMS could help people with their micro trainings, with developing micro training programs? So what are the practices in other countries, Alpha, that you can share?
Very good question, Ray. So if you look into the way people learn, right? Back in the day, we have to sit in a room. I don't know. I'm sure it's still happening here in the Philippines, right? 8 hours in a room, and people are conducting in-person training. Let's be factual here. How many people in this call right now can honestly say in an 8-hour training day they're going to listen for 8 hours, or they're going to engage for 8 hours in a room? I would suspect everybody would say yes on this question, right? So because it's just the way it is. So because learning that's sticky, and learning nowadays is now really moving towards mobile learning, and micro learning. So what is micro learning? Micro learning means if I have to teach you customer service, okay, and let's say it's your day one at the company, I don't need to teach you everything about customer service in one sitting, right? Possibly your next client is, for example, Union Bank, right? And you need to go meet Union Bank. Possibly only the things I need to train you is customer service related to banking, right? Not customer service related to, remittances or payment gateways or insurance companies, because that's not what's your focus for the next week. So it involves creating bit-size modules, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, with specific targeted assessments for what you need to learn and know at that point, right? When you look into different LMSs, for example, of course, ProSpark, we give the flexibility for the learning and development directors or managers to actually do what we call a learning journey, okay? What is a learning journey? We give you the flexibility and the features for you to create training for all your employees for the next 2 or 3 years, right? So each training will be phase 1, phase 2, you take a course, you take a quiz, you take assessment. If they pass, they go to the next stage. So think about in a customer service training, maybe customer service introduction, customer service level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and there's checks and balances in terms of the quizzes and the courses you need to take and the assessment as you go and the feedback, right? This it reduces the time for any employees to monitor this manually. Most importantly, this is now specific trainings targeted for specific things at certain specific times. Why is this important? It improves retention. It improves engagement. No one wants to sit in a room for 10 hours and consume everything. No one is built to consume everything for 10 hours and expect 100% retention rate, right? So I think that is one of the biggest game changer in the e-learning industry, right? And now the question is, how do you enforce it, right? So we have things like, for example, notification, right? Advanced notification. People can be notified, yeah, your course is 2 days before, 30 minutes before. If you miss the course as part of the learning journey, you get another notification. Possibly you need to go speak to HR directors. There's an escalation mechanism within the platform. Everything is automated, right? In the traditional way of things, your name goes in the email, there's an email chain, there's an Excel, people pick up the phone and call everybody. It's just manual, it's time consuming, and it's also prone to errors. So think about a company like, for example, we say Toyota, or even P&G, or even Union Bank or whatever, or BPO. There are thousands of employees. Can you track individually one person and call everybody on the phone? Possible. It's time consuming, it's cost, it's susceptible to errors. So our automation platform allows you to do those things seamlessly, just like other platforms in the market. So yes, we believe micro-learning is the game changer. Micro-learning is the future. And most importantly, micro-learning combined with gamification, because we want learning to be fun, and we believe that learning should be engaging, especially for the millennials, right? So bit-sized content that are gamified, right? With a point system, with something interactive, are the ones that really create stickiness at the user level in the Philippines or anywhere in the world.
Okay, thank you. So you've been mentioning gamification. Right now, I know that some of the companies here or other companies maybe watching, they are doing their company induction, where some of the employees who just join their companies needs to be trained about the policies of the companies, what are the rules and regulations, what are the benefits, what are the products and services of the companies. So it's hard right now to do those kind of things in a virtual world. So LMS revolutionize those kind of things where you just put all of the trainings for the new hires, and they could watch those trainings at the comfort of their time.
Yes.
And the thing that you said a while ago, Alpha, gamification. So how do we make this training more gamify or more enjoyable? We have these badges, right?
Yep.
So if a person attended this training, for example, we start at company induction. So a person attended it, they got this first batch.
Yes.
A person attended products and services, introduction to their products and services, they get this badge. Okay, for those people, maybe in the HR, in the human resource field, they need to conduct some strategic, it's the succession planning. You need people to see if the people are attended the trainings like leadership, management development, if they have already attended those kind of things, and if we're going to evaluate those person if they're ready to assume the next position. That's maybe, I guess that's how LMS will work. It helps to reduce the pain of the organizational development and training practitioners.
Yes.
So I guess those kind of things. Okay, moving on those kind of things. How about the cost, Alpha? Is LMS really expensive? Because I know Filipinos, they don't want to invest. I have a company. I don't want to invest on any training technology. I use Facebook. I just train people in Facebook. And because I don't want to cost. I want those free training programs. So about the cost, Alpha, is having an LMS expensive or more expensive than having a training in the classroom? So what can you say about the cost?
Very good. I'll give you a very good example, right? How much do you think an average company in the Philippines spent per year in training for each person, right? I'll just give you, let me break it down for everybody. Anytime somebody goes training, I'll say for banking, for example, I'll say 3 times training per year, right? Because of compliance and operations pieces across the board. Let's say somebody like a mid-level manager who has to do risk management, he has to do like 3 or 4, even 4 times a year. How much does he think it costs for them to do one training? Okay, let's calculate. They need to register for the training center to attend, right? The training center could be at BGC, maybe the office is in Makati. How much it takes them? They need to take a Grab. To register for the course, maybe they need to spend about possibly $100, okay, to register that's like 5,000 pesos, right? 5,000 pesos for them to attend that course, right? That's one day. If it's a 3-day course, possibly they have to spend $100 on each day. That's already $300 just to attend the course, right? To attend that course, they have to get to the venue. They have to take a taxi, right? They have to have lunch. They have to do, there's allowances with the company. So already we're sitting on one training session for a risk management officer in a bank. It's going to cost the company about $500 for one sitting in a 3-day training, for example, right? And we haven't even talked about the opportunity cost of that person leaving his job. So in 5 days, most likely he's not doing anything work related. He's not being productive as of much. Maybe his productivity is 20% because he has to focus on training, right? So if they have to do for 3 times a year, you're thinking in the neighborhood about $1,500 just to send somebody for training to do offline training. You even talk about food and dinner and drinks. Possibly they have a happy hour there. The numbers can actually go up. And then you start to think about, okay, what is the effectiveness of doing this 100%? Do they have to go for 3 times a week in that training session? Or they can actually use 2 days online learnings. They can do pre-readings. They can do pre-surveys, pre-assessments before they go to the room. So instead of doing for 3 days, maybe the company needs only spend for 1 day, right? That can cost the company maybe less than $150 a day, right? And the rest they can do it online, right? Pre-test, post-test, pre-readings, they go in there, the instructor already knows the gaps. So I've already break it down for you, the cost that's involved in training. We haven't even talked about some of the officers who have to fly from Manila to go to Cebu. The flight, logistics, taxis, the cost goes up. So what if you have a ProSpark, for example, a product like ours or any other LMSs in the market, we believe that blended experience is important. What if we say, okay, maybe for a fraction of that cost, maybe $2 a user a month, which is 100 pesos, right? Or 150 pesos, or even 50 pesos, depending on the number of users, is all you need to pay per month for that employee to access some of the trainings they need to access that they can only do it online instead of wasting time in a classroom. So a minimum investment between 50 pesos to 150 pesos compared to possibly, I don't know, 700 pesos or 1,000 pesos you're using on one training sitting just on logistics, right? So the economics itself makes sense for companies to save money, right? And e-learning can actually save you money. And while it's at the same time giving you the flexibility you need to train your employees anywhere at any time. And most importantly, while it is also providing you the insights about how your employees are learning, right? And how effectively you can assimilate the offline training together with online training, right? So that is the simple economic discussion we need to make sure we educate the market, educate our HR directors for people to see it this way, right? Because in-person training has been happening for before all of us have even been born. I mean, for centuries. The question is e-learning, in-person learning, is it working? If it's working, don't change, right? But we believe that as these companies are growing, people need to access things anywhere at any time. People need to maximize productivity. And that's where the online learning comes in. And then you throw COVID. In that situation right now with COVID, who in this room today feels confident and safe to be in a room with 25 people for the next 8 hours? Anyone? Anyone, please? You can say yes in the chat. I don't, right? And then you look in the Philippines, you have traffic in the Philippines. Sometimes, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, traffic is crazy here. How long do all of us spend in traffic between 5 p.m., possibly to 7:30 to go home, right? During that time, people can actually log in on the platform. They can do their trainings outside the normal working time. Productivity goes up, right? So what we believe the online learning technologies provide is flexibility, right? Free, seamless access or online anywhere at any time at a Starbucks, on the beach, at the airport, in traffic, in the toilet, whatever you want to be, we can provide you that access. So we believe that a hybrid solution that encompasses online learning and offline learning is the future of the Philippines.
Yeah. Basically, we're really shifting to online learning, Alpha, because for my prediction, maybe after 3 years, 4 years, everything will become normal. But right now, we really need to do something in our training. A lot of companies right now, I know a lot of companies are cutting training costs. We know that because, of course, we need our company to be afloat. We need to cut our training costs. We're not going to do any training. We're not going to send people in the training programs. But this is the danger. According to the International Labor Organization, if we don't upskill our workers right now, it's hard for them to adapt to this situation, what is happening.
Yes.
And number two, if we don't capacitate our employees, there will be a lot of problems in the productivity, just like what Alpha is telling. It is important for us, for you as employer representatives, as training practitioners, it's your duty to make sure that the workers or the employees in your company can adapt to this situation. So you really need to do trainings, you really need to do capacity buildings to your employees. Okay, this is one of my question. Okay, we do trainings. We conduct trainings. We conduct a lot of trainings in our company. But the question is, are you tracking the trainings that you are giving to your employees? So how does LMS track and analyze the trainings that maybe, okay, this person haven't attended this training, how do we measure this this person, this productivity of this person. So how do we analyze trainings? How do we track the development of people using an LMS? In your case, Alpha, in ProSpark, how do you track people?
I think the benefit of this is everybody would be able to see what a learning management system look like. We'll get to the quick demo section. We're excited to showcase you that. No, I think the benefit of this is with an LMS, you as the HR manager or the L&D manager or the sales trainer or a trainer, you're able to, by the click of a button, you can access data from your admin portal of every employee, every division, every location in your ecosystem, right? I can drill down quickly to know in Manila, on South Manila area, we have a coffee location, right? And I want to know how many employees have been trained, right? So I log in as an admin, I go into the report section, I can pull up, Ray as my as the employee I need to see. I can see when Ray was enrolled, how many courses has Ray taken, which one is he completed, which one is he incomplete, what was his pass rate, what were his grades, where are the gaps in his learning, what are his opportunity areas, and how we can actually be able to improve as suggested by our system, right? So this data is already centralized and located within the platform, and it can be accessed anywhere at any time just by your fingertips, right? So imagine in offline training, well, I have a Google Excel sheet or a paper document is still at home. I cannot answer the question until I get home in 4 hours time because of traffic, right? So, we believe that the, data that is centralized should be freely available to the respective stakeholders, right? We want HR directors and admin be able to make data-driven decisions instantly, right? We want them to know what are the employees doing, and we want them to help. That data can also help them to improve their training delivery, how they're developing their training strategy, how they should empower the employees, when they know where should they schedule courses. Most importantly, what is the feedback from their employees? So data is really available. It's accessible just by the click of your button of every employee in your company. And what we can also set up is, if you want to know which employees are taking courses, which you haven't, we can send you alerts. You can receive alerts on your email, on your WhatsApp, on your Viber, on your Facebook chat. We have the technology that allows you to do it, right? The more easier we make the HR people job easier or better or lighter, the better off they are, so they can focus on the strategy of building the culture of the company, building the learning behaviors, making sure that people are being developed, right? Anytime the HR people are doing paperwork, the company is losing money. The company is in thousands or even millions of money, right? Because paperwork is a waste, right? We believe that if we were able to provide that online portal via a learning management system, that can improve efficiency and also improve the productivity of everybody within the company.
Yeah, it's important to really track and automate everything.
Absolutely.
Actually, the purpose of this 1.5 hour session is to give you or to explain to you the beauty of e-learning or what are the online tools. Because we know that people are still hesitant to translate their systems into a digital systems. They are scared of the cost. That's number one. Number two, they are scared of the change because a lot of let's say seasoned people or not traditionalists, but maybe baby boomers. They don't know how to use LMS. They're scared to use LMS. So I would like to throw the question to the participants. Do you have anything that any questions about the things that we've been discussing? You can type in to the chat box. Do you have anything that you want to ask about LMS? Actually, not only with LMS, about e-learning. So how do we do e-learning using LMS? How do we translate or how do we transform our learnings? How do we use LMS as a platform to e-learnings. Do you have any questions before we go to the actual demo of LMS for you to see what is an LMS? How do we use LMS? Okay, so I guess there's no question. Okay, do I hear something? Yeah, you can unmute your mic so we can you can ask your question.
Yeah, it's okay to ask question or any comment with what we heard or any surprises. And most importantly, would like to hear also your experiences within your company with e-learning or any experience you've done with the learning management system. I think it's interesting to hear. Anyone can share the experiences?
Okay, so I guess you can share during our next topic or next segment. And now I guess we've been talking about the functions, the benefits of an LMS. So how does LMS look like for those who haven't seen an LMS, Alpha? So can you show them what is an LMS and how can you manage, or what are the features of an LMS? Can you show it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. So what I'll do is I'm about to log in. I'm going to share my screen shortly. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, let me share my screen. Can everybody see my my screen? Very good. So this is you know, as if I'm not sure how many people on the meeting have seen an LMS before or haven't seen any LMS. That's okay. We're here to learn. All of us are, you know, we love this topic. It's a very interesting topic. So yeah, so I would like to welcome you all to ProSpark Learning Management System. This is our demo instance. So, you know, again, this product is available via web, also via mobile application, Android and iOS. So if I'm the HR director, right, or the HR manager or the L&D manager, right, I would like to log in as the admin, right? And I'll show you what the admin portal looks like. So let me say Alpha, okay, go to admin. Okay, add P. So just give me a second, password 1. Okay, so now I'm logging in as the admin of the platform. Okay, so if I log in, the first thing I'll see on the platform is like, hey, welcome to welcome to ProSpark. I think you saw the screen automatically goes away. So this is what the platform looks like, right? Let me just minimize this. Okay. So as you can see this is the number of active employees on the platform. These are the number of total courses scheduled, right? And this is the calendar. You can see all your courses available. Sorry. I think calendar feature, just wait. I think you try to open my calendar. Sorry, let me just refresh this. Okay. Okay, so you can see, remember we talked about the gamification, right? This is the leadership board. So if I'm the admin, I can see how many employees do we have. Reina is my employee. She's one of the best performers. It's more like a point system. And they're also getting badges and stickers and different users across the board. You can see all your courses available in your platform, right? There's getting your customers training, your leadership style training, and also you can also put down announcement for all your learners to log in and see what's happening within the company ecosystem. Okay, you can also see in the login how many people are logging in. As you can see, today is Thursday. My employees are doing a good job on a Thursday. So there's just so many, to log into the platform. There's so much information on that. And also, as you can see, if you are the HR director, you can come in here under the people section. So if I'm the admin, I click admin, and you can see these are all the administrators in the platform, which means these are other L&D administrators available in the platform. So if I can disable them, all right, just by the click of the button, I can enable them. I can create a new user, right? As you can see, this is the admin login. This is for the learner. So the learner can be the employees, right? So in the platform, these are all the employees in your company, right? Grab or Hyundai, Gojek, and then you can actually edit. Let's say the employee, I want to edit his profile. You can check. They can, I'm the admin. I can change the password. It depends what action you want to take, right? And once you have all your employees, you can click manage, right? So which means I can assign them courses. So let me say Acha is my new employee. I want to assign it to leadership styles. I can click enroll. This is happening on the cloud, right? Within the platform. You have the platform in your company, just that easy. I want to remove Acha from this course, getting access, just like that. I don't have to wait for tomorrow morning to update an Excel spreadsheet, to call somebody to remove it from the system. Everything does instantly within the platform, okay? And then you can see the training courses. So I'll show you what the courses training look like. Just pulling up just a second. So these are all the courses within the platform. Keeping customer happy, going digital. This is just for demo purposes, right? Leadership styles. And I can come in and say, you know what? I want to edit my course. So this is the course itself, right? The course name, this is how you create a course, the categories, all right? The description of the course. Is that a mandatory course? Do you want a certificate or you don't want a certificate? The course schedule, right? And then also these are how you update the content. Let's say section 1 within the course, you can click edit, you write the section name, you upload the file within, is it a ProSpark, it's an article, is that a video, is that a SCORM file, different contents that you can use for training. I think next week we're gonna be talking about content development in e-learning. You can choose the file, whatever the location is, you can upload it and you can put a timer. How much time do you want your people to spend time on the content? Because you don't want people to watch the video and skip it, right? And just like that. And then once you create this as a user, as an admin, as an HR director, you can also preview as a user. I want to see the course which I've created.
You hear all the time that customer satisfaction is so important.
Created,
well,
right?
Here's why.
And then I can also see the different sections, right? This is just for demo purpose. These are all the different sections, right? Within the platform, within the course itself. So the product is seamless, right? And then you can also go to virtual class, right? Just from a high level view. These are all the virtual classes available, right? You can create your online course, virtual class in place. And let me show you what that tool does. So remember, we're offering self-paced learnings across all the devices. And also we are offering virtual learning, okay? So let's try to start a stream and show you what our virtual learning look like, right? So ProSpark benefit is we provide you one-stop shop that involve your self-paced learnings.
You hear all the time that customer satisfaction is so important. Well,
okay, and it allows you to conduct all your trainings. You're doing on Zoom, you're doing in person, everything. We provide it as a one-stop shop, right? So let me just log in. Okay, on a virtual class. Just give a second. We're about to get into this class. And then we show you what that tool does, okay? Okay, come on.
So basically, Alpha, in this Blue Jeans, you don't need Zoom anymore, right?
No, you don't need Zoom here, all right? So let me log out. Everything you see in ProSpark, you don't need Zoom, you don't need the Google Hangouts. Everything is already available within the one-stop shop, right? So let me do this one. Let's see. It's a one-stop shop, right? So nowadays, the challenge HR directors are facing, they have to use Google Hangouts. They have to do in-person training.
You hear all the time that customer satisfaction is so important. Well,
they have to do all these different things. Okay, I think, sorry guys, let's see. Alpha. Okay, so I have to do all these different things. I think we might be pushing another up. Okay, here we go. So if you're the HR director of a company, I want to train. I'm the trainer. You guys can see me. Can you see me? You can see me, right? right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So I'm the trainer. I'm sitting anywhere in the world. I'm in New York. I'm in Manila. I'm in Jakarta. I'm in Singapore. So I'm about to start a class. All right. So I can just say, join the meeting. Okay. So already the class has already been enabled. I can click here. I can see all the audience that is joining. All right. And I can take this link and I can send to everybody. I can raise a hand. I can lower a hand. I can see how many active users. Of course, I'm the only one logging in. And I can go to chats. All right. I can say, hello class. Everybody can see me. And this is available on our mobile device. It's available on the web application. All right. And I can also do annotation. I can do whiteboard. So we're providing you a single one-stop shop for the learning and also for the self-paced trainings. So we can track your attendance on this platform, and also we can check your progress across the board. Now, let me show you quickly the reports. I know you had a question about the reports quickly, okay? Let me just go back to reports. Okay, I'll go to overview. I'll just leave, okay, let's try. Sorry, I think I forgot to exit the video. So overall, this is the reports overview, right? So you can see how many users, how many courses have been created, how many completed courses, course schedule. So you see this data is available from the click of your button. It's right there in your hands. So if you're the HR director, you have access to every login, all your completions. This course has been completed on such and such a day. What are your top courses by enrollment in the platform? And what are your top courses by completions? You also have to ask the questions. Why are people not completing how to manage on time? Maybe people are not getting notifications. So you have all this data from your dashboard that allows you to make some data-driven decisions, right? Let me show you another chat. So this shows you all your employees, how many are not started, how many have in progress, and also how many have completed. So you are the HR director, you are the learning and development manager, you have all this data from your fingertips. I want to know this employee, his name is Grab International or Ayala, whatever the name is, right? Or August Adabel. I can see he started the course, he passed in progress, and he completed it. And I can come in here and I can filter. I can say, I want to see keeping customer happy. I want to know who hasn't started the course, right? You already have the data from your fingertips. I want to know who is completed, right? You already have the data from your fingertips. I can download the file as a CSV or a PDF, and I can use it for my reports. So this is the benefits of what you see in the platform. And also, like I told you, you can chat, right? We also provide you your chat function with any of your employees. Hello, right? You can come here, hello, sit there, and how are you, right? So at least we want to create all these social learning tools, and that allows people to exchange information and things like that. So we also have an inbox feature. And one last thing to show you before we go as a user, I'll show you the forum. The forum, like I say, is social learning. We want to encourage people to learn, to discuss, to share information. So we have things like the forum, discussion board, chat, inbox features. This allows people to post different topics on different areas, and people can engage, they can chat, they can type on this posting, allows people to exchange information and create a learning environment within the company. At this point, I'll stop before I go to the user side to see whether there's any questions, Ray.
Okay, so any questions from the people, from the guests?
Or any surprises, any addition?
Actually, the platform, this is a different LMS from Moodle Alpha, to tell you honestly, because I've been using Moodle for quite some time. And it's hard for me to customize those kind of things because I need a developer. Yeah. I need a developer to do those kind of things. I can do it in a Moodle, but I really need a developer to customize those things. But in this platform, I think everything is here. And also the Zoom integration for Moodle, it's hard for us to integrate the Zoom. There's no room. And the privacy Alpha. Yep. This is very important, the privacy, because we don't want people who's going to attend the program that we don't know. It's a good thing in an LMS that you control people. You control only your employees who's going to attend the training program, not other people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Alpha, you can proceed with your discussion.
Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as a user, right? So this is the admin. So you're the HR director. You create your courses, assign your courses. I've assigned a course to somebody called Alfa, one of the employees here in the Philippines. So now I'm going to log out, right? And I'm going to log in now as a user. And you're going to see a completely different in terms of the look and feel between the admin and the user, okay? Again, this is also available on the web, on the mobile, Android, iOS, across the board. So Alpha user, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, remember dot user. There we go. It should work now. Okay, so welcome back. Okay, welcome Alpha, I'm now the user, right? So, so you can see the look and feel is a little bit different in terms of the dashboard, right? So we know this is the user. What we want to do is to showcase you. If I'm Alpha, I can see I'm only here at the bronze. Please remember the gamification we spoke about. I know I'm just at the bronze. I have a few stickers. I need to get to gold in terms of, my login, my course completions on time, my pass rate, everything is being tracked in this gamification portal that goes into flooding into the leadership board, right? I can see what I've completed. I can see what courses are in progress. I can see what I haven't started, right? And I can see all the courses within the platform. I can see my to-do list for today. I can see my webinar schedule. I can also see what's happening on the discussion forum. This is my calendar. I think one of the biggest things is we don't need to have paper calendars and these things all over the place. So Google Calendar, I have Outlook. ProSpark allows you to integrate all your calendars in one-stop shop. We can take all your training schedules within your company and also from your trainers, and we put them right there within the platform, and you can see it as a single entity, all right? And you can see we also have articles, all right? So if any employee in your company wants to write an article about stop fast food, or to how to write a blog spot, or how to turn your personal blog into business, again, this is part of our social learning experience we need to encourage in the Philippines to allow people in companies and organizations to learn anywhere at any time, okay? And then now let me take a course and show you what that experience looked like, right? So remember, I've already been assigned a course by my admin, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna take a course called About the Philippines, right? So I'm gonna click this, okay? I'm about to start the course. Okay. You can see my screen, right? So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna
In this week's mixed list, we check out.
I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm watching a phone file. Everything is there for you.
Number 1, the Philippines is the only country where you'll find the jeepney. A descendant of the U.S. military jeeps left over from World War II, the jeepney underwent certain modifications to suit environmental conditions and accommodate more passengers, eventually making it one of the most affordable and common forms of public transport in the country.
I'm the
Jeepneys
learner.
are also known for their colorful.
I'm the learner. I'm like, oh, okay, great. This is, as you can see, you can watch YouTube videos. You can do SCOM file, PDF, PowerPoints, Word, MP3, all kinds of different mediums, right? So I'm done watching my course. Now I need to take a test, all right? So, okay, I think this is another section, right? So we show you that you can do a video. You can also have a PDF or whatever you need to upload onto the platform. Everything is going to be readily available for you, okay? And now I need to take a test. Okay, so my question is, what are the 3 major islands? Okay, I think I'm gonna get it right. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and I go next. Is the Philippines known to have the longest Christmas celebration in the world? Absolutely yes. The Christmas year is too long. So the answer is yes. And then I click finish. Perfect. I passed the test, and I'm sure Miss Raina from ProSpark is happy that I passed. And then it shows you that I'm the employee. I've already completed my assessment, right? As part of the ProSpark, you see you take a course, you take an exam, you take a survey, and then that's the process. So I can proceed and say, okay, I've finished, I've passed the course. Now I'm gonna take a survey. I'm gonna provide feedback to say, okay, the time allocated for the training was sufficient. Okay, I agree. Do you like this course? I agree. And then I can click submit. My experience is pretty much done, right? And now I know I've completed the course. Now I want to see what certificate I've got out of the course, right? So I can come in here and I click certificate. Okay, just a second, certificate. Okay, so in the certificate, I'm going to look for the course around the Philippines well, right? So this is a section of my rewards. All your certificates of your courses you've taken are in the centralized area is what Park Ray was talking about. And now I want to print my certificate. Okay, this is what I've already accomplished, right? And we can enhance it and customize it for your company, just like that, right? So I complete it. I can take this, I can download this certificate, right, onto my computer. It's already saved my computer. If I want to print it, boom, I can export it, I can email it, I can print it, I can do whatever I want to do with it, and so be it, right? So this is what we keep saying, that the experience from a user is easy, the product is clean, and it's easy to use, right? So this is my badges as part of the gamification and rewards, how many logins achieved, how many different buckets, right? Adventure, grower. What are my test badges? Right now I'm sitting at the grower. I still haven't got to where I need to get to. So I think the benefit of this is the seamless activity of the product. And most importantly, the community. We are big on the community. We want people, again, social learning is big for us. You can access everybody within your company. So these are your employees. Ayala is my employee friend, BDO, Unibank, Jessica Luna, Suchi, Muhammad Mazuki. I can click Jessica. I can say, okay, I want to see what's happening with Jessica. I can say, oh, okay, Jessica is moving faster than me, right? We don't have to make this available for everybody. So I think the whole goal is to make sure that we are providing our users a seamless experience, right? This is my summary of my assessments of everything I've done within my online learning. What I failed, what I've passed, I can retake the assessment. If I pass it, I don't have to retake it, it's already graded. And also my admin can set up what is the pass score, what is the fail score, right? And it gives you the summary of everything within the platform. I think that is the benefit, right? And also you can go to the point system. Remember, this is activity points. That it means logging in, right? Logging out, test points, and what is my total points, right? So we are rewarding you for your experience as an employee, as a learner, to engage with the product and make sure that at least you're enjoying the experience. So this is pretty much the high level view of what is a learning management system from a user and also from an admin. Let me show you one thing before we go, right? Trainer schedule. Let's say I'm the employee, I want to request to enroll in Ray's training, right? At the Learning Innovation Hub. Ray is an external trainer for Toyota Philippines, right? He's training customer service or he's training effective business writing dry run. What I can do is, as a user, I know all the training schedules in the company. I can do this from my mobile device. I can do it from the web. I can just request enrollment. Enrollment goes to my supervisor to approve whether I should enroll in this course, yes or no. And if you get approved, the course automatically goes to your dashboard for you to enroll, right? So ProSpark is not only for admin learners. We have access for the supervisor, access for the trainer, access for the managers, access for the senior manager levels, and the product can be enhanced to accommodate the needs of individual employees. Everything I've done is the same thing I can do in a room. Not exactly because we're not talking holding hands, but this is an example of how companies can benefit, how companies can train their employees anywhere at any time, how admin directors or HR directors can access this information seamlessly and be able to engage with their users, their company learners anywhere at any time. And for users, you can do this anytime. You can do this in an offline mode on a mobile device if you are complaining about data. And you can also do it in real time if you're on your Wi-Fi base. So I think this is what a learning management system look like. And this is why, this is what we're offering for companies to benefit. So at this point, I guess we'll take any questions. If you need more information about ProSpark or anything to do with LMS. Thank you, Ray.
Okay, thank you, Alpha, for explaining some features of ProSpark. But I know that this is only some features. Other LMS have their own features,
Yes.
but most of the features that the learning and development managers needs are here in this platform. So
Yes.
at this point, do you have any questions from the audience?
I think somebody raised their
Yeah,
hand.
Jonaline Perez, you can unmute your mic, please.
I'm a high school teacher. I'm just thinking if I could use this as a teacher to my high school student, and if there is a function, there is a quiz function, right?
Yes.
And is there an could it work? Would the student score be recorded automatically? And is there a function where I can export their grades into Excel
Very good. Very good question.
automatically?
Yes. Instead of talking about it, let me just show you what that looked like. I like to show you those things instead of just, let me just show you. Yes. So, yeah, ProSpark, we have different products. ProSpark for education, ProSpark for enterprises. So we have a product really meant for the education system. Okay, if that's what you would like to consider. So let me log in and let me show you the creation of the assessment, and I'll share my screen shortly. Okay, I'm about to start sharing the screen. Okay, my screen is shared. Can you see my screen now? Perfect. So
Yeah.
you asked us about creating a, let's go into courses. Actually, I should just go into assessments. Let me just do this. Let's go to create an assessment. Okay, so you are the teacher. You want to create an assessment, right? Or add an assessment. So look at this feature, right? This is, you can select, let's say your course is 10 things you need to know about the Philippines. You can see, is that a pre-test? Is that a post-test? Right, also it's a pre-test. You can also look at, you can go put that into the section, right? Items. You can put alpha test. You can put the description, PHL. You can also allocate the duration of the test, 5 minutes. You can put the 100% pass score. You want to shuffle questions so that people don't copy each other. You want to shuffle answers, which means we have the same question, but the answers are different, right? A, B, or A is correct, might be, it could be wrong, but it's the same logic, yeah? You can allow user to change answers, right? And also the question count. So now, of course, I haven't created everything. Let me go back to assessments, and I'll show you what an assessment already been created look like, right? So let's go and edit keeping customer happy quiz. Okay, that's already been created. All right, there you go. And I can go in and say, I want to update details. I want to add a question. Okay, so we allow you to add a multiple choice, fill in the blanks, and also essay type questions. Okay, we are also having features to drag and drop. And you can also upload your questions. If you have 1,000 questions in Excel, you can upload your questions into a platform. We give you that Excel template. I think it's right there. So we give you the format for you to set up all your questions, and you can upload them in bulk. Okay. And then, as you know, as we indicated, right, you can type your questions. We allow you to you can allow multiple answers and also everything to do with that, right? Boom. And then once, this is how you create an assessment. And then how do you create a test? Okay. So now let's go to reports. I mean, not reports. You want to see how you see all the grades, right, of your students, right? Perfect. So what I can do is I can go to courses. Okay. So let me just example, right? These are all my students. They attended the course name. I know what they've done. This download feature. This allows you to generate your report. I'm already downloading it already. You see that report? All your report is right there. They are already downloaded from the platform. Everybody of your student, they can say, okay, from number 2, this is the course name. Okay, I'm using a Mac, guys, right? This is the course name. Hold on. Number 2, this is the course name. They have started, they have incompleted. So you have all the data right there, right? So this is just only for the basic. If you want to look, for example, let me delete this. Okay, let's go to course assessments. Okay, and let me say I want to select an option, keeping customer happy. Okay, and I just want to download this report. Okay, and it's fast. So now, I think the question came from one of our friends in here. Now I have all my students on your Excel file, and you know exactly which assessment they took. You have a section of the people who failed. You have a section who failed, and a section of the people who passed the test. All right, and you know everybody's grade. All right, so I'm most likely these guys, maybe they failed. Most likely they failed. And then you know all your pass score. So all your data is already available. So we allow you to download the CSV file. You can export this data on a PDF. So we give you the flexibility. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what do you think about the, what I just showed you as a product?
I think this is really useful as everything is in one place. And right now when I'm teaching, I think I use 2 websites at least.
Yep.
For my students, and I think I'll try using ProSpark for my teaching this
Very
time.
good. Are you teaching privately, or are you a trainer? Can you, like, what are you doing right now?
I'm teaching high school students, and honestly, I think I really I thought this was for the education field. I just saw learning and then I quickly signed up. But actually, I can also use this ProSpark for my students.
Absolutely. So what we have is we also have ProSpark for education product. Maybe the next time we'll also have a session for the product for the education sector. We have a product that's geared towards institutions in the Philippines. We are also talking to some of the school system in the Philippines. Of course, this one was more for the workforce, but yes, we have something that is suitable for the education system, and my team can engage with you offline, and I'm sure Joma or Reina, you reach out to her, and then we can set up a call and we can discuss and showcase what the product does. Sounds good?
Oh, okay, sir. That would be good.
Good. We want to make sure. Let me ask you a question. How much time are you spending on balancing 2 systems?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get that.
No, like how much time are you spending on juggling between multiple systems just to do your teaching and training and educating your employees? Your students. Is it efficient? Is it too much of a headache? Is it extra work, or what?
It's efficient at some percent, but I really wish there was one place that I could keep all the records. I could keep all the modules and quizzes.
I see. Okay, well, help is on the way.
Yes, sir.
All right, any more questions, team?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Great question. These are good questions. Any questions from the audience?
Hi, I have a question.
Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Well, I think I have 2 questions for ProSpark. First
Yes.
question, is this available also via mobile app? Since
Yes.
you're mentioning mobile learning, can this be available on their phones?
Absolutely. Yes. ProSpark is available on Android and iOS. And let me show you something real quick, and I'll share my screen, right? So the product is on web. The product is on iOS, and also the product is on Android. So let me just pull up something. I'm pulling something up in my email, and I'll share my screen, right? And I'll show you what our product look like on the Android. So let me do Apple first, and I'll share my screen. Give me a second. Okay, and I'll show you what if you have any. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so yes, if you have an Android device, if you have an iOS device, so this is if you go in any of your app store, Google Play, right? You can actually type ProSpark, and you can see all our ProSpark mobile apps. Of course, these are some of our clients. Northern Star Energy in the Philippines, they're using ProSpark. Other Depot shop in the Philippines is using ProSpark. So they already have their own mobile white labeled product from ProSpark. So as you can see, Patricia, yes, this is like the images just for you to see what the product look like. And you can see, you know, this is the login screen. I'll just make it a little bit better. This is the login screen, right? The mobile device. This is the interface. And also we can customize it and white label it and make it more for your company. And this is the interface from the inside, right? You can scroll in and you can see what the user navigation look like. You can also, check the course. This is the admin dashboard, I think, you as a user, and then you can see all your employees' courses and across the board. So you can download it right there from your Google Play Store. I think this is the Android. I mean, this is the iOS. Anybody who has Android, iOS anywhere, you can also download the product. And if I click this, screen captures, I think this doesn't allow me, right? You can see the product is easy to use. It's seamless. The product is clean. The product is engaging. And this just allows most of our users in the Philippines, they're using mobile. For whatever reason, it is what it is. So we provide you that flexibility to learn anywhere, anytime. Okay? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that's actually nice. I also have a question, Alpha. Since we're talking about application, and do ProSpark actually customize? For example, for our organization, we're actually looking if we can integrate the because, well, for HR, for example, training is just one portion of an HR function, right? So we're also checking if we can integrate different HR function in an application. So maybe, like, for example, a team member can, or an employee can like file for his or her leave or file for a shuttle. Do you customize those kinds of applications?
Yes, absolutely. One thing we're doing with one of the major energy companies in the Philippines, I won't say the name, is we are providing them a way for them to do individual employee development plan, right? Right now, their biggest challenge is they have to do things manually, and it's a pain and a headache, and there's a lot of errors. So what we did is we also customized the platform for them to be able to log in as an admin, create an individual development plan for, let's say, Patricia, employee 1, division manufacturing. Once they see the IDP, it goes to the manager approves, and then it goes to the employee completes it, manager approves, it comes back to the training department, all right? So this is some of the one-stop shop seamless experience we provide our customers, because what we want to do is to want to make sure that we become the one-stop shop for everything learning and development related in a company, right? Whatever we can do to minimize headaches of many systems, whatever we can do to bring everything in a centralized, seamless, easy to use life experience, that's what we are focusing on here at ProSpark. So yes, we can customize the product for your look and feel based on your requirements. And that's what we aim for. And let me see whether I can show you something. Let's see. Okay, for example, there you go. Okay, so our customer in the Philippines, Northern Star Energy. Any of you guys know Northern Star Energy? Oh no, maybe not. Okay, that's okay. Well, Northern Star Energy is one of your energy distribution company in the Philippines, one of the biggest, right? And they're using ProSpark because they're training some of their drivers in the ecosystem. As you can see, we did some enhancement for them in terms of what they wanted on the platform, the look and feel, the experience, but I cannot go into detail of what exactly we did. But yes, we provided, this is our product, we just white label it, but there's so many functions and features which they're using that they're able to track so many things instantly within the site. I think this one is for RD Pawn Shop, okay? It's a very different experience. Some of the features we did for them, that allows them to do so many different things on the admin and also on the user side. So yes, we can customize and enhance, and most importantly, we can integrate with other systems like LinkedIn Learning, your HRS system, your training portal, whatever you're using, or any content marketplace you have. And ProSpark becomes the the brain or the hub of everything learning and development within within your company ecosystem.
All right. Thank you very much, Alfa.
Very good question. I can see somebody is building an LMS, or they're looking for an LMS. I don't know what you guys are doing at Toyota.
We're actually looking for an LMS. So,
very good. So how do you heard about the meeting? How do you heard about us?
Actually, I just found the email of Ray about this LMS. So actually, I just registered today. So good thing I was able to join. Thank you very much.
So this is an interesting session for you then. Very good. No, I think this is a great session, right? Where we can all discuss about e-learning, LMS, and what companies are facing, right? But maybe Patricia, can you talk about what are some of the biggest challenges you're facing right now if you don't have an LMS? I would want to hear your perspective, your experience right now.
Well, for us, as mentioned also by Ray and Miss
Perez, yeah.
Yeah, Miss Jonalyn, we have the same actually experience as we use different resources, different systems, like use Zoom, OneDrive, MS Team, and then it takes a lot of effort actually and time to juggle every resources and then use them for training. So it's actually good. LMS is actually good. This is a one-stop shop where you can do everything. It's very seamless. So
that's good. That's good. So no, I think so. And I mean, of course, you don't have to disclose much. So what has been your experience with COVID? Like, what are you using right now? Because you cannot train people in person. What are you guys using?
We are actually conducting trainings via Zoom.
Wow.
Currently, but as I mentioned a while ago, since we are slowly transitioning to LMS, we are currently using Canvas, the free LMS app or website also. So we are exploring that. Yeah.
I see.
But actually, as mentioned also, since we are geared towards integrating different HR functions, so we are looking for providers who can do this actually.
I see. No, I think this is good. I think this is your perfect session at the right time. And I'm glad you attended it to see what ProSpark is about, right? So that's good. I think it's good to hear your feedback and your experience as our learning and development partner in our ecosystem. But good question, very good. Anything else, Patricia, for me? All right.
Nothing. Thank you very much for answering.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from the audience? Maybe Ray, you can put that the local page there now. Any questions from the audience? Surprises or? I think there's chats, right, maybe? Oh, I think somebody, okay, the system's good, okay. Okay, I think there's somebody asking question. This system is good and it can help HRs on our reports and outputs. May I know how much does it cost? Why we have to talk about cost every time? I love the Philippines, man, but my goodness.
yeah, that's one of the problems.
You know, I'm from New York City, man. It's like cost. We don't talk much about cost in the Philippines. No, I think I think just to address, I think for Miss Jenny, right? Miss Jenny, which company are you from, Miss Jenny? Maybe she's. I think you're muted. Can you? Or maybe she cannot speak.
Miss Jenny? From internet provider.
Ah, okay. Are you using any online learning, any LMS right now or no?
No.
I see.
Still searching for LMS.
Interesting. Okay. So let me. Yes, I think you mentioned something in the chat, right? In terms of reporting and output and things like that, right? So yeah, I think as you saw in the product, right? It's one-stop shop, right? You can do your virtual learning, you can track your reports, you can assign your courses, you can assign your users, you can integrate with your HRS system. Some of our partners in the market are like Sprout, Cloudbreak. We already have very good relationships with some of those partners in the market. I think our goal is simple, right? Our focus is learning. anything learning and development in the Philippines is our main focus, right? We want to work with companies, want to work with HR managers, we want to work with HR directors to make sure that we become the foundation of everything L&D within your company. We are building partnerships because we believe that if we make the job easier for our HR friends or even our L&D friends or even teachers, like I think Miss Perez, who asked you the question, we make your life easy, right? And we make you focus on nothing but teaching, less paperwork and documentation. Right. So yes, your request is well accepted, and we are happy to explore to see how best we can support your company. Okay. Any questions? I know. We also offer coffee, right?
Yeah.
We also offer. Any questions from the audience? Wow,
Yeah.
this one was one of the most lively audiences we've ever had.
Yeah. Actually, really the purpose of this the purpose of this show, or maybe this segment, is we really want to educate people
Yes.
about online learning. We don't only tell them about LMS.
Yes.
But we revolve around digital learning. But LMS is a main driving force in e-learning right now,
Yes.
aside from Zoom. If companies have this LMS, it's easy for you to manage your training operations. That's why we call it learning management system. In the middle, it's management. So LMS really works. So for our next session, we're going to talk about how do we put contents in an LMS, because there's a lot of problems. Okay, I have LMS. So what now? How do we do about it?
Yes.
So for next week, we're going to discuss those kind of things. But right now, we're going to talk about LMS. So how can LMS help you? Because like Alpha was telling a while ago, Filipinos are scared of change. Filipinos are they don't want to try LMS. They don't want to digitalize their learning. They're scared, and again, their main question is how much. the price of the
free for everybody.
But this is one of our advocacy. We're helping really, like in the academe sector. We know that the struggles of teachers, the struggles of educators right now, teaching people, and we want to bridge the solutions. That's why we're partnering with Alfa from ProSpark to give us the solutions that we are needing right now. So what are the problems? Here at the Learning Innovation Hub, we want to innovate learning. We want to make the training and development practitioners, the learning, the teachers, and everything, make their work easy and effective by using different techniques, strategies, and most importantly, platforms. So that's why Alpha is here to talk about their platform.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I guess we had a good conversation, Alpha. So
absolutely.
How can people reach ProSpark?
I think, as you can see on the screen, please tell your friends, please tell your coworkers, tell your managers, your high school principals, your college professors, your HR director, your HR manager, L&D director, your customers, your friends, your enemies. You can tell them about ProSpark. We are here in Makati by Ruaco Center. Of course, it's COVID, so we are trying to minimize risk for our team. So most of our teams are remotely. But yes, you can follow us. Our email, sales@prospark.co. As you can see, you can take pictures or screen captures. Our website, prospark.co. You can check us out. You can request a demo on our website. Please follow us on Facebook, ProSpark PH. We are growing fast. Thank you to our beautiful and wonderful people in the Philippines. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, ProSpark PH with a dash. happy to continue these conversations and build a network of learners within the Philippines. And we are very excited for the opportunity to help the Philippines market transition to something great, to something that can also continuously improve the country. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. I think I really enjoyed this session. I really did. And hopefully we'll continue this next week. So I think next week we have our fourth session. And this is something to do with how to create e-learning content, online content. So we'll be going into the technologies and different examples. And maybe we can also show on the platform how you upload it, how it looks, how you can assign it, and then we can have maybe some of the people in the audience log in and play with the content. So, we want to make these sessions on a weekly basis. But let Ray talk about the upcoming session. But again, thank you very much to my friends and to everybody who's tuning in here in the beautiful and wonderful Philippines. God bless you.
Thank you, Alpha. So I guess this will end our session for this evening. It's evening already. So thank you very much for staying and asking us about how ProSpark can help you with your problems in learning and development. So my name is Ray Tadeo from the Learning Innovation Hub. If you want assistance on your online learnings and everything, please do message us. We're here in LinkedIn, Facebook, and you can also send an email to me at hello.learninginnovationhubph@gmail.com. And if you're interested to try Vietnamese coffee, Alpha is also selling Vietnamese coffee. So you please follow Saigon Cafe PH for authentic Vietnamese coffee. So we ship anywhere here in the Philippines. Anyway, thank you very much and hope to see you next week. We're going to talk about e-learning content development. Okay, this is Ray again. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care, everyone.
Okay, thank you.